The history of Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, dates back to the pre-colonial era when the region was inhabited by various ethnic groups, including the Baoulé, Agni, Agni, and the Ashanti. These groups were primarily involved in agriculture, fishing, and trading. The first European contact with the region occurred in the late 15th century when Portuguese sailors arrived on the coast. During the 17th and 18th centuries, various European powers established trading posts along the coast, including the French, British, and Dutch. In the late 19th century, France established control over the region, which became part of French West Africa. Ivory Coast became a French colony in 1893, and in 1904 it was made part of the larger Federation of French West Africa. During World War II, Ivory Coast was a key source of raw materials for the Allies, and after the war, the country saw a period of economic growth and modernization. In 1958, Ivory Coast became an autonomous republic within the French community, and in 1960 it gained full independence. Félix Houphouët-Boigny, who had been a key figure in the struggle for independence, became the country's first president and ruled for more than 3 decades. Under Houphouët-Boigny's leadership, Ivory Coast became one of the most prosperous and stable countries in Africa, with a rapidly growing economy based on cocoa and coffee exports. However, by the 1980s, Ivory Coast's economy began to decline due to falling commodity prices and mismanagement by the government. In addition, tensions between different ethnic groups in the country began to rise. In 1990, multi-party elections were held, and Houphouët-Boigny was re-elected. However, he died in 1993, and his successor, Henry Konan Bédié, was overthrown in a military coup in 1999. The country then experienced a period of political instability and violence, including a civil war that lasted from 2002 to 2007. In 2010, elections were held, but the results were disputed, leading to a new wave of violence. In 2011, after months of fighting, former President Laurent Gbagbo was arrested by forces loyal to Alassane Ouattara, who had been declared the winner of the disputed 2010 election. Since then, Ivory Coast has been relatively stable, although tensions between different ethnic groups and political factions continue to simmer. Today, Ivory Coast is one of the largest economies in West Africa, with a diverse economy that includes agriculture, mining, and manufacturing. However, the country still faces challenges related to poverty, corruption, and political instability.